Hello, YouTube. This is our future, and the power's with the people. Just like to let you know the reason you haven't seen much of me lately is because I did receive a strike earlier in December for some stuff I put up. It was actually a video called Eating Cheetos with a Mask on. YouTube didn't like it too much. I was really just trying to be funny about it. Of course, I get picked on quite a bit these days. I mean, have been ever since, well, start of my channel, I guess you could say. I guess at first they figured it was pretty harmless, but over the last year or so, it's gotten more and more difficult, especially after I made my ventilator video in April, which basically made me lose my job. But anyway, we're talking about staying positive. We're talking about moving forward and how everything's going to be better. And no matter how much you look in your life and no matter how bad things get in your life, you always hear your friends and your family go, "Don't worry, things are going to get better. Things are going to get better. Hang in there." How many times have you heard that? Things are going to get better. So today I want to talk about the outlook of things getting better. Okay? And hopefully some of this stuff will really anger you. All right, we'll go back to my little baseball pick here. Bear with me for just a second. I'm not the most computer literate thing in the world, but maybe y'all have heard of this. Maybe you haven't. There hadn't been much talk about it. I personally, I have respect for Brian Kemp and his family, and I have respect for the Deal family. I can only imagine what these people are going through, and I pray for these people. I really do. But this is a 20-year-old kid that was dating Brian Kemp's daughter. The day after he wanted signature authorization for the ballots. Of course, Georgia's got some heavy politics going on right now, and we're all in the news. But this kid just up and died in a car crash, fiery car crash at that. And there's not much, and a lot of people are calling for a conspiracy theory, and in the news and the Georgia GBI, Georgia Bureau of Investigation, are like, absolutely not. But let's look at this just for a second. Let me read it to you just a little bit. Bear with me, please. So a University of Georgia student who was working as a field staffer on Senator Kelly Loeffler's election campaign was killed in a car wreck Friday. This was December 4th. Harrison Deal, expected to graduate from UGA in 2022, worked in the Athens office for the Loeffler campaign. Deal was killed about 10 a.m. in a three-vehicle crash in the eastbound lane of Interstate 16 in Chatham County near Pooler Parkway, according to Pooler Police Department. Police found three vehicles on fire. Three other people sustained minor injuries, police said. Vice President Mike Pence informed a gathering in Savannah about the fatal crash, which caused Loeffler to cancel her plans to join Pence at the rally, according to Washington Times. Brian Kemp also canceled his campaign. And then right here would be, if you can see that, that's the kid right there, the tall one, 20-year-old kid. We've now gone into a new area of mafia politics, I'm afraid. And I really want to believe that Kemp is a straight-up individual. I've kind of always believed since he come out for governor that he's a straight-up person and has a good heart and wants to do the right thing. You know, we all know that some politics are going to be dirty, and there's going to be some bad deals done, and people are going to get screwed. But this takes it to a whole new level when somebody's kid is murdered, and I do believe this kid was murdered, and I have every right to believe that. If any of y'all look into this stuff, it's really something on what had happened here. So he was the boyfriend of Brian Kemp's daughter, staffer of Senator Kelly Loeffler, killed in a fiery car explosion one day after Brian Kemp finally relented and called for a signature audit in Georgia. Between the timing of the accident, the insane explosion of the car, and the fact that Deal was the only fatality, the theories about the crash started going wild. But let's look at what really made this go wild. It involves the death of Harrison Deal and the recent death of a GBI agent. 51-year-old GBI investigation agent by the name of James O'Sullivan has died. Mr. James O'Sullivan, age 51, passed away Monday at his residence. The native of Statesboro was raised in Effingham County. He was a graduate of Effingham County High School, and that's his regular old obituary. But when you start to look at this, you can really see that he was actually investigating this crash the day it happened. There were reports of jets flying by, like F-16s, 2 of them. You're not going to find any of that on the internet. You're not going to find any of that on the news. You're not going to find any of that anywhere. All right? But we have a kid, a 20-year-old kid that's dating the governor's daughter is dead. And then the lead investigator is dead, apparently from suicide. But I can promise you, 51-year-old men that are head investigators of certain things don't just decide, damn it, man, I'm going to go kill myself today. They just don't do that. All right? So, yeah, I do believe he was killed. But let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. All right? Stay positive. Stay positive, America. Stay positive, Earth. Let's just keep looking at this stuff. Here's the man right here. And here's what's really crazy. Georgia authorities blast rumors that Agent James O'Sullivan's death is connected to the election. Of course there's no conspiracy. So we're just supposed to lay down and go, okay, they said there was no conspiracy. Trust them. We're just going to believe everything they have to say. That there's no conspiracy in this kid's car just exploding so bad with jets flying by that it destroys 2 other cars. And then this guy probably goes in there and goes, what the hell is this? Something is really wrong. Makes a couple of phone calls to the wrong people. And guess what? He decides to kill himself that night. I'm sure this guy had family, but when you go to read this, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation is blasting online rumors and conspiracy theories about the death of GBI agent named James O'Sullivan, saying that his death has nothing to do with the presidential election. It is hurtful to the agent's family and co-workers. Please be mindful of the things you write, repeat, or share when there is absolutely no truth in them. And then here's Georgia's tweet, GBI's tweet. A GBI agent passed away this week. There are no online rumors that this is somehow connected to the election. This is baseless claim, is irresponsible and reckless. Well, let me ask you, whoever wrote that, what's irresponsible and reckless? To allow these kind of things to continue, to sweep it under the rug and pretend it didn't happen? This is mafia politics, and all you cowards out there that are participating in this kind of garbage, you, sir or ma'am, that wrote that tweet right there, should know better. But you're just doing your job, aren't you? That's all you're doing is your job. But guess what? There's a lot of people out there that are just doing their job, and guess what? It's at the demise of everybody in the country. COVID. Look at this kid. Dead. He's dead. Look at this man. He's dead. These are innocent people. You want to see the crash? There's no sound to this. This was somebody that just filmed it, but this is that kid's crash on Highway 80 out there in Statesboro, Georgia. Look at him. This isn't natural. And you're never going to find anything about this because the media and the government, they're the ones doing this. And this is becoming more and more of a common thing. So I hope y'all understand that this is becoming more and more of a common thing. You remember this lady right here? Does anybody remember this? This is Judge Salas and her 20-year-old kid. That kid right there was shot square in the chest. All right? This was in August. Or I'm sorry, in July 19th. This kid was shot in the chest because his mother, this woman right here, is a federal judge. And so then they claim, police believe Roy Den Hollander was targeting Judge Salas when he attacked her family while posing as a FedEx driver. He was later found dead by suicide. Judge Salas is calling for action to address up the lack of privacy afforded to federal judges. So, and her husband was critically shot too. So this is becoming, and it's always the losing campaign. If you notice that back in 2016, the Democrats lost a lot of staffers and a lot of people that were connected to the Clintons just apparently died. You had district attorneys with that Kathy Washington Schultz or whatever her name was, a district attorney's body just washing up on the beach down there in Miami. Oh, he decided to kill himself? It's amazing how all these people just up and decide to kill themselves all of a sudden. And then this guy's car, Harrison Deal, hit this kid's car, just blows up for no damn reason. Now, YouTube, the media, your government is censoring and censoring and censoring. I want you to see that damn tweet one more time before I run out of time. I love this kind of stuff. Right there. GBI agent passed away this week. There are online rumors that this is somehow connected to the election. Baseless claims is irresponsible and reckless. I kind of disagree. And I think America has had enough of this when you include this disease and this cure to the disease. Nobody wants it. And if you do want it, I highly urge that you take a second thought about this and not be so trusting with your body. God bless.